What's up, everybody? Well, Speak Live. I am your host, DJ Tony. How you doing? Make some noise. What the heck is this? All right. So, how to break up? Oh shit! You're breaking up. No, no. I hope you don't have to break up, because breaking up is hard to do, and there's been songs written about that. Um, so, how to go about it? Listen, don't listen to me. I'm not giving any advice. Always check with your professionals. But hey, DJ Tony, I'm 51. I've been around the block a few times. I've been the breakup and the breakup e. I've had women dump me, and I've dumped them. For lack of a better term. But a couple of tips how to say goodbye to somebody. Now, my opinion, I'd rather be like the person that gets dumped, because then I can cry, poor me, oh, look what they did to me. You feel like the biggest piece of shit if you have to be the dumper, right? If you're going to dump this person and break up with this person, it's a lot of weight on your shoulders. Like you're harboring this knowledge that you're like, hey, listen, can I talk to you? Like, they might not see it coming. Now it's a lot easier if, you both know, like, this ain't working out. That's kind of an easy lift, although it's still hard. But like, if the person, your significant other, quote unquote, doesn't see it coming, which they kind of do. Everyone knows, it's, to say they don't see it coming is a little bit, maybe they're choosing not to see it coming. But nonetheless, it's hard to break up. And especially if you're the one that has to do the breaking up, if you have to be the one that breaks up the relationship, it's a lot on a person, because you feel like a piece of shit, you feel bad, it's, oh my god, I'm the bad guy, bad girl. It's much easier to play the victim role and be like, oh my god, they broke up with me, oh my god, they're horrible, I'm crying. So okay, so first thing is, I find when you're going to break up with somebody, is number one, to be honest. Don't lie, don't bullshit, like, don't put someone down either. Don't be mean. Don't be like, if for instance, if you're no longer attracted to the person physically for whatever reason, right? I don't know that I would say that to them. I would kind of just be polite. You don't want to be like, I think you're a fucking ugly piece of shit. Like, you don't want to do that. I think you would say something diplomatic and, hey, listen, I'm just not vested in the relationship anymore. I just don't see us going in the same direction. Like, be gentle, because you don't want to be, like I said, you want to be honest, but have some finesse, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, or if it's like, hey, money issue or trust issue or whatever, hey, look, when I have broken up with girls, it was never over attraction. It was more just like, okay, I see us going in different directions. Like, you're not career driven and I am, or you're too career driven and I'm not, or, you like to really travel a lot. That's the cornerstone of your life. That's great. I don't like to travel that much. And that's going to be a big bone of content. You know what I mean? Like, so things like that, or, and if it's not something that you can get over within a month or two of early on in the relationship, then it's something that's it's probably not going to work out. You know what I mean? But anyways, so be honest. That would be the first step. Second, I would say pick a neutral location if you're going to go face to face and break up with the person. Now, in my opinion, if you've only been on like 8 dates with the person, a month, maybe 2 months, maybe, you could break up via text. I think that's fine. If you've been with somebody 3 months or more, I would say you owe them a phone call. And if you've been with somebody, a year-ish, 11 months, a year or more, I think you owe them a face-to-face. But if you're going to do it, again, a mutual location, not at their house, not at your house, not in front of your friends, not in front of their family, go, hey, can we meet up for coffee, or, meet up for a walk or something like that. Now, there's caveats. I'm going to jump around a little bit, but if you know that this person, guy or girl, has a temper, no, I would not be meeting up face to face ever. It would be a phone call, maybe text. You shouldn't be in that relationship if you're worried about someone's temper. And I'm not saying that they're necessarily going to get violent, but you don't need people yelling and screaming and throwing a hissy fit. Like, just phone call. And anyways, don't try to sell it to the person. Don't try to especially if the person is not in agreement with you. Like I just broke up with someone relatively recently, and we were both kind of like, yeah, you know what, it's not going to work out. And it was a happy, if you can call it that, a happy bittersweet breakup. We had a good time. It was nothing bad happened. We took different directions, and that was nice because it was like an easy lift, and we did it over the phone, so we weren't even together that long, but so it was a phone call thingy. Um, but you don't try to sell it to the person, because if the person doesn't want to break up with you and really likes you or loves you, there's nothing you can say, man. You're gonna hurt their feelings, and it sucks. But presumably you thought about this and you gave it some thought, and you're not happy. You're not happy. It's been, a month, 2 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years. You're just not happy for whatever the reasons are, and you're ready to pull that trigger and you're gonna follow through. Don't try to sell it. Don't try to convince the person why it's a good idea to break up. Just let them know what your feelings are. Keep it relatively short. You don't have to go on a doctoral dissertation about why you should break up. But boom, and don't, because I used to try to do that. I used to try to be a used car salesman. Listen, this is better that we break up. Like, just look, this is how I feel. Speak for yourself. Don't speak for the other person. Don't say you did this or that. I just talk about you. Like Anthony, DJ Anthony, I just don't feel like this. I don't feel. You don't have to. Also, you're not on trial. You don't have to bring in exhibits. Exhibit number A, and here's the text and facts, and I got video. If that's a relationship, shit, you really should break up. But I mean, just let them know how you feel. You don't owe them more than a reason or two or whatever, and keep it relatively short. You don't have to go into, again, a doctoral thesis, especially if it's been a relatively short relationship, a year and under. But again, even if it's been a 10-year relationship, give your reasons. But especially if the person doesn't want to break up with you, nothing you can say, man. They're going to be unhappy. You know what I mean? So tears are going to come in. You might be crying, and that's okay too. You're supposed to cry, right? It's a sad time, but this too shall pass. You'll get over it. So don't try to sell it. Just say how you feel, and also give them time. Hear them out if they got something to say, which they probably will, and they'll, they might be like, no, I agree, or no, fuck you, you piece of shit. Oh my god, or like, oh, you broke my heart. I really loved you. Like, just shut your mouth. Let them talk. You let them talk first or let them talk whatever, but let them talk. Don't debate. Don't try to counter. Well, I didn't. You said I. Don't forget now. You're breaking up, so that's it. It's over. They can talk all the shit they want. You can talk shit you want. Whatever. It's over. You don't want to be there for 10 hours breaking up. Like, it's already hard enough. So let them talk. Let them get their piece out to say whatever. They love you. They wish you the best, or I hate you. Whatever. Let them talk. And don't debate them. Don't counteract them. You already spoke, or you're going to speak. And again, don't go tit for tat, because it's exhausting, and you're going to break up anyways. So you're not going to convince them. You know what I mean? Like, it's over. Okay. And I would say kind of set a time limit in your mind. Like, if you know the person you're going to break up with, and if you know it's going to be like, oh shit, this is going to be a 10-hour thing. All right, well then set aside a day. You know what I'm saying? But if like, okay, I know this person, we can get this, done in 10 minutes, half hour. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and give yourself the out. Hey, listen, I got to go to work, or I got to go to my friend's house, or I got to, like, have something planned, after this. So you have a legit, like, hey, I got to leave. You know what I mean? Like, but give them their time and you give your time. So have a general mindset of how long you want this to go, because your time matters, their time matters, and you want to move on. It hurts. It sucks. The other thing I would say is, so you get your honesty and true location. Don't sell. Hear them out, right? Set a time limit. Understand the person might say some really rude shit to you. They might call you, oh, you're the biggest piece of shit ever. Fuck you. I hope you die. Like, okay, don't say shit. Just, I gotta go. Like, yeah. And I would say, yeah, just go to a neutral location. I wouldn't do it in your house or apartment or somewhere where it's just, because I'm not even talking about danger now. Just, if you're in your place, that's kind of home field advantage. If you're in their place, it's home field advantage for them. Like, now, if you're living together, it's going to suck, because I guess you're not going to be sleeping together in the same bed, but you got to pull the trigger, right? So I guess you could break up in your house then together because you both live there. But and I would say don't think about things before you break up, because once you pull that trigger, yes, I've been in relationships where I gotten back with the woman, we broke up 2 or 3 times, but it's not going to work out, man. Like, come on, let's be honest. I know you know someone, they broke up 10 times, now they're married, they got 5 kids, and they're perfectly happy. Yeah. Usually you break up, there's a reason why you're breaking up, and stay that way. You know what I mean? And don't be lured into, the breakup sex. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we broke up and a month later we got together. Oh my God, we had sex. I've been there too. You're gonna break up. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, don't kick yourself if that happens, but it's over. You know what I mean? Sex is not. If you have a bad relationship, sex is not going to fix it. Period. You know, uh, and trauma bonding. I've been in relationships where my therapist educated me on that term. I'm like, trauma bonding, because I told my therapist one time, oh my God, me and this girl broke up, and then we got along so well when this bad thing happened in her family and everything was great, but then when the bad thing cleared up, it's like things were bad. Why? And my therapist was like, well, that's called trauma bonding. So when the shit hits the fan, or both of you are in a really bad situation together, you bond together to get through it. But when that storm is over, then it is revealed that you never had anything anyways. You were just being polite and kind and loving and caring and perfect together because you had, World War III going on. You know what I mean? So once that passes, so trauma is also not the foundation for a good relationship. It gives you a sense of, yeah, you're bonding, but over trauma, that's not what you want, And don't get me wrong, trauma happens in good relationships, but you have to have the good part too. If you don't have the good part, then you don't have a relationship. You have to have the good part. So yeah, don't get caught up with the hey baby, what are you doing? I miss you. It's been 5 months and you're gonna go over and have sex. Stay away from that. There's other guys and girls out there, trust me. And yeah, like I said, oh my God, I need you. I know we haven't spoken in a month, but could you help me out? I'm stay away from that. Like, you broke up. You know what I'm saying? Could you be friends in the future? Maybe. I have become friends with girls that I've dated and it didn't work out, but that wasn't right away. That was like a year or 2 or 3 after the breakup, and I say friends, meaning like acquaintances, like, hey, how you doing? Like, if you need, oh yeah, you need a recommendation for something, or, they'll hire me to DJ even. But it's not, we're not friends, we're not hanging out. And if you're married and you're getting divorced, which I've been there too, yeah, it's tough too if you have kids. It's like, you have to co-parent. You know what I mean? So it can get murky, but just remember, you broke up for a reason, and for both of you, and there's better days ahead. There's light at the end of the tunnel. You just have to go through the storm. But that's how you break up. I think tell them to their face if you can, if it's been long enough, or if you feel comfortable doing so. And like I said, if you've only been together a couple dates or a month or so, text is fine, phone call. But yeah, those are the tips. So I hope it helps you, because DJ Tony has been there and back and all that. So anyways, good luck all, and check back in, like, subscribe. All right, I'm signing me out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Adios, amigos.